What is up, everyone? Jacob Jones here, and I'm back at you with another review. And as you can tell by the title, this is the second episode of the CW's new show, The Tomorrow People. So let's go ahead, let's get right into the story, just because there's not a whole lot of story with this one. Then we'll get into kind of my thoughts on the episode and my thoughts on the show as a whole. Basically, this episode really, it just kind of felt like almost like a filler episode. Like maybe they're still leading up, maybe they're still building to something, I don't know. But basically, all this particular episode was about was Steven has basically settled into his job at Ultra with his uncle. And they've given him a task to go hunt down this Tomorrow person by the name of Kyle. Now, Kyle is a Tomorrow person, and he's basically holding up banks, he's robbing people. In a creative way, he's actually using bank employees such as the security officer. Basically, he's using them with his power of telekinesis to rob the bank for him, so that way he doesn't get his hands dirty, which is pretty creative. And we also learned that Steven and Ultra are not the only ones pursuing Kyle, but also the little ragtag group of rebels that live in the subway station are actually trying to track down Kyle too, because they're trying to basically bring every person that's like them into their organization to protect them from Ultra. And that was pretty much the whole story. There really wasn't a whole lot to build off of. So, as far as what I think of the episode, it was very kind of lackluster. It felt almost kind of like a repeat of the pilot, just because they repeated basically everything in the pilot. Is because I don't know if they think that we just don't remember it, or if they just don't give us enough credit. But for some reason, they felt the need to basically retell us the entire story of the first episode twice, which, that's probably not a good thing to do. That's basically looking at your viewers and saying, oh, well, they need a constant reminder of what happened in the last episode. No, we don't. Just give us the basic stuff from last episode. We'll figure it out. The only real thing I think that came about this was we discovered that these Tomorrow People are basically inhibited by this thing called D-chip. Basically, what a D-chip is, it's a device that allows them to be able to prevent someone from reading their mind. For instance, in the episode, Steven basically gets questioned by another Tomorrow person who can read his mind, and at first the group of rebels give him what's called a D-chip, and it's inside of his father's old wristwatch. Basically, it can block, the power of telepathy, but Jedediah finds it, takes it out, and so Steven has to use a memory to block out his thoughts, because what they're trying to do is they're basically trying to read his mind to see if he knows where these group of ragtag rebels are, who they are, etc. Another thing that we kind of found out was John used to work for Ultra, which that was somewhat shocking, but not really. Like, it was definitely like a little bit of a twist, but it wasn't anything to write home about. Overall, I just feel the show is just like, it has potential. Here's how I'm basically going to break it down. It has the potential to be something good, but they're not taking it there. And I know that it's only in their second episode, but by now you should have established what this show is going to be about. You should have given viewers a taste and make them want to come back. Now, I said last week that they may have done a good thing by putting this show on the CW, but then the more I thought about it, I realized this kind of probably wouldn't be the best decision for them, just because the story about the young adults with the superpowers, it's been done. It's been done 1,000 times over. We've seen plenty of shows about it. Matter of fact, there are two biggest shows on the CW right now, without a doubt: Vampire Diaries and the spin-off of the Vampire Diaries, the originals, which again involves, young adults with supernatural powers. And if you have to, choose between the two, everyone's going to watch the Vampire Diaries. That's the CW's #1 show. I believe the CW also has Arrow, which I'm pretty sure beats out the Tomorrow People in terms of views per week. So I feel like this could be a good show, but it's not really hooking anything yet. Like, there's nothing there. The only thing I think that they did do a couple things right. Number one, they kept Steven inside of Ultra, and the reason why is because now he's going to play the espionage part. He's basically going to be playing the spy for the ragtag group of rebels. Another thing I felt they did right was there was a scene where John and Kara basically are fighting, and they're using their powers to teleport all over the room. while they're fighting, and it looked cool. Like if that's what they're going to use, that's awesome. Like that's a fight scene that hasn't been done yet. That's a fight scene that could be done, and it looked cool. The one problem that I have is they tried to basically kind of recreate something like that, where it's basically Steven, his partner Vaughn, and they're chasing Kyle through this old construction warehouse, and they keep popping into the room, which kind of looked like the same room. I don't know, but they kept popping in the same room like they were going that direction. But there wasn't a fight. It was basically just Kyle trying to blow Steven off the edge of the building. Another thing that was weird about the scene that I didn't like, the camera was everywhere. And it would pop everywhere, so it'd be here, then it'd be here, then it'd be here, then it'd be here, then it'd be here, 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 here. It was all over the place, and like every time someone spoke a different word, it would be here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here. And that's not really something that most people like to see. It makes some people sick, actually. I know people that get motion sickness whenever they watch films, and if you put that in there, then you could drive people sick. I mean, I got dizzy just looking at it, because like I said, here, 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 here. So I don't know if that's a directional problem, like he just doesn't know, or he or she, I forget who directs it. I don't know if that's a direction that they want to go with, or maybe they're just unaware of it. I'm not too sure. But overall, like I said, I think the show has potential. Has it given really anything to lend itself to being something great so far? Not really. But that is just my opinion, and everyone out there may have a different opinion than me, so as per usual, comment below, let me know what you think of the show. Feel free to leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Feel free to subscribe. I'm pretty sure I have more reviews coming up, including the second episode of The Walking Dead, which I'm looking so much forward to. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be here. I will definitely have that show booted up. I'm excited for it. And of course, well, I was going to say Sleepy Hollow on Monday, but then again, Sleepy Hollow is doing that stupid mid-season break, so now I gotta wait 3 weeks for that. But anyway, I'm Jacob Jones, or Joker777. I'll see you guys later.